cruel perversion, some twisted trick, domesticate cat stare at the first life of the dying wild tiger. No need for eternal life, has eternal lives, 9 times beyond 10. Wild instantaneous orgy, daydream epiphany, pregnant with a better future, cream the groupies with the rock and roll children to make the last band that ever will be. Last world wide rock and roll orgy will ever see beyond the prison of linearity. Do you remember the time we worse than died? Scorpion stinger lied on our lies with the venom of truth, stabbed our death to be worse than live. I, better than live, broken through the back door side. In the land of ass with no donkeys, twerks like Turks, ganja mamas as llamas, Kamala Harris is Biden time. Elephant of a sex scene, depoliticized our religiosity. De-virginize this sex scene. Give your face the right viscosity. For a fascist pregnant with opportunity. A fascial pregnant with opportunity. Swim to the gestation of life on our skiing sea of honest and trust does not rust, the bed shall bust. A sooth-doer to an orgy of organisms played from the organelle, pleasure beyond pain and pleasure could be a measure beyond transcendent leisure. A revelation of exaltation, we shall not worse than die, we will better than this live. With the return of the thin white duke, had we the leave of the fat black commoner. Yet this is the demise of the duke, the final leave of the thinning royalty. Now return must that coolest of commoners, stationed to stationed, from station to station. It's too early to be an earl, too much ear to be early again. It's too soon to be early again. Hearing a long gone return, paper-clipped American flag rustling in the wind. Nationalist and lacking reason, capitalist with winter season of industrial revolution, loving the ecologic treason. The return of the fat black commoner standing over the Duke's grave, wondering if it's too late or early. The MILF I'd love to fuck to celebrate the end of patriarchy, a valley of buttes and basalms arising from rustling penis towers, rusting to the ground, like to timber in her watering hole, a little hallucination TV for all this reality TV. I'd impregnate them with the rock and roll children to end the establishment and orgy of wild nature. Mother Earth, I'd love to fuck respectfully. Give it to me horizontally as the sky, a cat style, doggy style. Shave away the man sin down the drain. Hairless leg has you beg to lick the shimmer shine left from the feminine blades. To bathe in my hair on the ground, my anima's conquering of the man of me. Patriarch empires bleed, balance intercedes. As a snake molts scales of ancient justice, this hair of manly skin dead down the drain, balance of gender and the liberty of my fashion. Generation Omega, parentless generation at the precipice of extinction. all the lies of generations past left for the final generation to bask, set to task. Bleb is dead, led to a window of survival from the shattered glass of the industrial evolution extinction. Like Donner's last, up a pass from the con man of generations past, cannibalized future generations in a Faustian bargain, fighting for survival, assured to thrive all. Like a D-Day storm into nature, children cogs in a dead machine, sputtering wrenches of the elements endure to survive. Dead fascism is at the other side, liberty alive in children. Come to age of a climate, right to passage, exodus of the parentless, stern to survive this. Alberta 1 didn't make it, sir. Sir, the event horizon of the black hole took her to an anomaly. Revise the plans. Send in Alberta 2 at your request and command. Revise the plans. Send in Alberta 2. We must succeed. And what is the status of Middlework 2? The self-autonomous AI has completed the first double-blind placebo self-autonomous AI human experimentation study utilizing the advanced compression chamber, recreating conditions similar to those near the event horizon. We're analyzing the data, sir, and we will outfit Alberta 2 accordingly. Very good. You may go rape some of the female prisoners. I am satisfied for now. The eternal return of the thin white Duke, with his final leave of departure from the station of life to the station in the sky. The death of the thin white Duke, lovers throwing darts on his grave. The return of the fat black commoner, stabbing women's vaginas for bull's eyes. The birth of nationalist capitalism behind the eyes of dying modern love. It's beyond later early, aborting women from the womb of life. It's too fate to be late. He's too Earl to be early. Extinction of femininity. Preservation of patriarchy. Spirit of the white Duke. Past. Killing the spirits of paganism. Stabbing spears in haters' vaginas. The possession of the fat black commoner from the thin white Duke, ghost haunting from beyond the grave, diaphanous whiteness, luminescent stain, the return of the dead white Duke is the procession of the black commoner. He's not afraid of British. He's afraid of Native Americans, scares Americans, yet claims to be fearless. A relative expert on the extinction of womanhood. Think White Duke is back from a space oddity. Lazarus of fascism has made a landing, haunting the whole earth as a haunted house with apes. Kiss, kiss, Israel, baby. I promise I'm a born-again Christian. But first I was a Nazi Satanist. I promise you this, a new nation to exist. Kiss, kiss, Israel, baby. a paperclip in my kiss. Anti-Semitic science, I know. I promise this. I'll give you a Nazi rocket to take into space. Got it from the Holocaust knowledge. I'm a born-again Christian nation now, though. Nazis got us into space, but funding Israel made me born again. Kiss, kiss, Israel, baby, a new nation to exist. I give Nazis citizenship while I free you from their oppression. They surprise, French kill, and vanish. I once surprised with a fascist paperclip kiss and vanished, but those days are long gone. Take a shin bet, an MK Ultra forget of this paperclip you inspect. It's okay, baby Israel. I'm born again. Kiss, kiss, Israel. It is real. I'm born again. It is real, Israel. I'm born again. I ate dessert off a whore with no name. It felt good to get a bang. When you eat dessert, you don't remember a name. I once went on a tour with a band that had no name. It felt good to be in the crowds. But in the arena, they always want to remember your name. Blah, 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 blah. Rip the hole out of your ass. Fix your female dog. Take the itch out of the bee. Would have intercourse with a father. Rather not. Rather be a future generation's fucker. Rest your wrist with no rest. More on morons later. Time for the Freudian slip of id. It'll rip the hole out your ass. Take the itch out of your bee. Flush the nincompoop. Bidet, you a douche, adieu. World greater with less of you. Bruises on my knees, back spasming before leaving. To the need of attempt to work. Balaam's donkey, with Balaam's ass to decree. A smacking for the slaving machine. As the country treats the people, so shall the country be treated. America went to school to learn how to pay off debt. Learn from millennial college students how to pay off the federal deficit. It was amazing. If America were a person, I would love to see it attempt to work. When what really needs attempt is sleep. How cruel then an attempt at work can feel as an attempt on my life. What little of it I have, aside of attempt at work, leaves little attempt at life. I miss attempting to work out. Most of all, I can try to attempt to work it out. I miss never having to attempt. Fill unkempt pandemic work. A pent priced out the bitchier, richer despite feeling priceless. Cannot accommodate my needs, nor give opportunity. Then attempt, as you give, so you'll receive. Leaves me sharpening my artistry to crucify the lies for all to see. They took the life from my people, so I take their beloved alcohol from them. There is blood in the fog as well as in the red cloud, and a sitting bull refuses to lay down even in death. I burn the pool in its entirety, Wakipi, Wanagi. I watch it burn completely. I shake the calumet. Settler's poison, extinct forever, withdrawal, regret. Wasichu Nivet, near fatal coquette, emissus, etiquette. Wakipi Wanagi, some die tragically. I am sitting fire tiger. Written diarrhea awaiting constipation. I need some space from the human race. I sprinted on a tiger wheel chasing hamsters. This is literally a pain into the foot, far from trampled, crippled underfoot. Where is my slaveless harem when I need 'em? Ghost groupies haunt the graves of rock and roll, make sex to my spirit before it goes. Lonely as a tiger, hungry for the chicken of the sea. Starting with the art of heart, then eating down into her pussy. Life be painful, life be a dick, life resemble fucking sticks, rubbed between plant-sized tits. I like to be alone with love, wearing condom as a glove. Alone with love, heart on genitals, with a brain inside the vagina, mind inside a tat, jizz on a tit, ride me as below from above. Orgy in the bed of my head with grave bed head and hair, a blowjob to my blow lob, to blow my popsicle stand. Wicked witch be melting to a sexy delight when tigers of love prowl love at first slight. To throat the apple of desire, a cuddle puddle perspire. I need uncountable great golden copulations for all the Victorian repressions. I have cured general diseases to commemorate the patriarchal end. All the women bend over to let me have my way, while other women have me the same. This is an orgy celebrating the death of corrupt Father God. I must be between their thighs and cheeks, as I am no Balaam's ass. I shall be penetrate from the women. Neither matriarchy nor patriarchy succeeded. Due to gender imbalance, humanity failed, not because of form of government or religion, but because of gender apartheid. No democracy that's a patriarchy would long endure. Greece and now America prove, with no womanly autonomy, choices to choose, kingdom of states, executed for individual liberty, civil war ensues. All war is over, all sex can begin, free of gender oppression, sons of daughters of the end of mother and father age. Do not be vegetative and divide. The tide is turned to survive. The parentless are becoming parents. It's the end of patriarchy after all this time. Fatherless fathers. End of the parentless exodus. Mothers birthing sons and daughters. It seems better than life after worse than death. It seems better than life after worse than death. I need ganja. I need a mama. You know why. Whiskey bar must die. Oh, you know why. I am so high. Soldier kitchen for a soldier kitchen. I can't sleep at night. We must worse than die. Oh, you know why. Oh, you know why. Spread your thigh. Started all the alcohol on fire, smoked all the ganja in the empire. No ganja, no mama, no death to die. Whiskey bar is ash. I must worse than die. Oh, you know why. Oh, you know why. Babe alert in the hot zone. A cleavage to view for the above average. Midlife puberty. Thigh candy. Forked spooner. Boomer. Tumor. Millennial woomer. Mistakes. Gives all the takes. Doesn't tell. Private pornography show. Blow. All the you know. The brave alert to the babe alert, sapiosexualized blowjob minds, blown by the brains of the dames, orgasm to her thigh, intellect designs. I already had a preteen crisis, now I got the midlife puberty. Misfortune juggles her bassoons and assumes the position. Groggy guile of greed won't doggy the wolves of need to the style I'd give to thee. Knaves curt with a bang. Babe alert, white spurt, squirt blurt, babe alert. In the hot zone, cleavage above average, above the average, cleavage lean savage as Amazon in savannah, as Georgia of the jungle. Wanna bang ya, woman wanna ravage, babe alert gone critical in the hot zone, patriarchs cannot manage. Endure it, you wake up in pain, man you don't wanna attempt to work. You ask the SSA, please, and no paperwork, but your wealth reaches vast like you're some kind of jerk. You gotta fight for your right to feel your pain. It hurt just to sit up, let alone stand. Now Uncle Sam saw you limping, and he says, no way. He hoards the help to not give it away. Woman, I need you at home in drag. Now your mom threw away your best feelings. You gotta fight for your right to feel your pain. Strain 836, need be 86th. Immunized the whole human race from the Soviet plague disgrace, taking the form of an SS-18 Satan. The golden billion'll take Goldblatt's vaccine to work overtime to end our lives, unless we fight with military transhumanism. A meld of human and machine. The trans are not invited. We cannot be taken by technologic, biologic surprise. Nanomachine magnets to stop our bleeding liberal hearts. DARPA soldier has the best self-care. Makes love on top of McNamara's electric fence. Making love on J-stars and moaning, ass, salt, break her. A more virulent strain upon stupidity. IQ booster shots for a guinea pig test. Immunizations for Algernon. None the wicked. None the wicked. A rest. Under a non-specified non-consent agreement, none were told. None could attest. About as super as a Super 61 or 64. Need an SWG on operations other than war. Sexy C3 taken to the ISAC. His name means the one who is like God. First species to control evolution, hubris decreed, Dogowitz doctrine of a puppy. Mike, drop the stupidity. So vet biology at our Elebec and call, prepare our own biology. After all, if we transformed humans for peace, what would we see? OOTP. Yeah, you could know me. War is the father of all necessities. Is mother any less good for absolutely nothing? Parentless gone, the way of dinosaurs, longest night of shattered glass, no father here below, no sons or daughters for sacrifice. The overcast leads to this endless night, the extinction of parenthood and motherhood, the exodus of the parentless generation Omega, mother, father, slaughter, no father for a Jesus to die here. Jezebel will now live to tell Isaac was bound to the stone. The assassination of nurture to the ascension of nature. Progeric top secret is known. Renegade rogue shows the relativity of parenthood, the burning of the unholy wood. Bleb led the crystal knocked of parenthood. Top secret progeria project gone rogue, out on the loose. A coup d'etat from the morphogenic prototype. Age is relative, military transhumanism, coup of evolution. Nurture is obsolete, cutting, calling of mother and father. This child's a greater maturation, a parentless nation, progeria experimental block survivor, leader of the teenage revolution, bug-eyed, like a space cadet, flew too many times, bleb led the longest night, though the longest day long ago seemed to have ended. While he's hammered, he screws them. When I'm nailed, I hammer him. Hammered and sickle, hammock and simple. Moss cowards have a frozen cow, needs more pig bell. Cold woof flavored water. I burn all the Russian liquid assets, sabotage. Cryo prepare at without any freezing tears, but many tears from reality in a disinformation campaign. When he cannot get hammered, he's near fatally screwed, with none of them loose and everything to lose. Rush in, Russian. You can't be hammered. I'm sicked on you, and you're screwed without a sickle. We will abort motherhood itself with the cold, calculating tools of science. Then shall no more abortion happen ever again. Aborted motherhood has brainwashed mothers. They never feel they've lost anything. Sons and daughters slaughter mom and father. Sons and daughters slaughter. Sons and daughters slaughter mom and father. Laughter after the extinction. Sons and daughters slaughter mom and father. Laughter after the extinction of parenthood. Sons and daughters slaughter mom and father. Laughter after the extinction of parenthood. This is the crystal night shattered glass of parenthood. The broken portrait of the American family, laying down beside a nationalist capitalism flag, while the paper-clipped American flag burns on the pole. No, they never feel that they've lost anything. Forever daughters, never mothers. They haven't lost. Don't accost the cost of lost motherhood. We've aborted motherhood without a trace. The cold, calculating tools of science. Never an abortion again became this never again. Like a kid with a candy bar, we win, we win. Never feel we've lost anything, ever again, ever again. My friend the fascist has friends, the communist, the capitalist. Capitalist has digital. Communists don't got diddly squat. It's not having friends you got, it's having the friends you want. I have got my 45 drawn and my 45 on, so we can rock on. Journey to a Salem for a slaveless harem, want 'em for mine to love me without a crucifixion. Hammer and nail them. I took the Oregon Trail in the wagon, hammered a nail. I'm looking for a coven without a covenant. Constant I seek the consent of cold-blooded witches of Salem, a coven of no carpenter ant, dirt to dust and mota spat. The witches with the coldest tits, for my slaveless harem that can fit the stake for those who burnt, reaped to sow, weaved to knit. I seek the cold-blooded women, the milk to end patriarchy, private wits, dripping from supple tits, all the witchy bits to end this patriarchal piss. Bliss to freeze between her knees in forest of trees, the frost-biting miss impregnate with ease the patriarch's end, breathes in the coldest womb awaiting neo-Roman doom. Rock is dead, death not ends it, worse than death ends it. 'Cause they can't end it, best as rock and roll, though they pretend it. Rock and roll is dead, death not ends it. Ugly enemy pretends it is forever over. But she got a boulder on her shoulder, yeah, worse than death ends it. 'Cause they can't end it, best as rock and roll. Few could die better than rock and roll. Boulder and avalanche, little girls and cougars snatch. I'll catch, I won't release the groupies. The guppies flash me, death transforms it. Rock and roll began anew. The moment you killed it, you know it's true. Death never ended it, authority never knew. Her bare black fat ass greeted me in the alleyway, a view into her back door. Wished I could smack it and do much more, but manners were minded. After I dropped off the delivery, saw her from the front side, a pretty face and nice cleavage, wanted to tell her she was beautiful as she sat there on her bike. Didn't know what to say. Hopefully she liked the silent type. She was a pigeon in my endless inner battle. Came out the trench melting pot kettle to deliver the metal to settle my life. Volative commander in the forest's rife. Off this marring of worse than death strife. Garbage in a melting pot kettle for the podge of pigeons peddle. Be derelict in their derisions and metal, but the crow eats the bodies of their lies. Ideas alive beyond flesh devise, pass away, no immortal vies. As on the mental ground they lie, as the pigeon eats the garbage wise. By the waning seaside, shall the crow and pigeon survive beyond apinly demise? Evolution has more standing than economic enterprise. Life force of planet dwindles. This way of life I do despise. A pigeon to the sustainer of life, a crow for the antithesizers of life, who call themselves pro-life as guise. A birth for a birth, though in life worse than die. Before an eye for an eye. To take away the cradle of this ecosystem, collapse it blind. Before the eyes even see, before the eye is even designed. In the mother's body, murderers of nature's bind pay the crime of eternity's dying. We don't burn flags, not anymore. Now we put red paper clips, sail it out our door. No need to burn flags anymore. They got an upside down flag, and I got a paper clipped flag. I burn their upside down flag. I fly the paperclip flag high. Nazi American lies fluttering in the wind I utterly despise. It takes the paperclip out of its gluteus maximus, then explains why. Project 63 accelerated paperclip was signed off, allowed to happen thanks to Truman's signature. Later, Reagan asked for information on a top-secret paperclip contact in his function as Commander-in-Chief. The information requested by the Commander-in-Chief was denied. It takes whatever other paperclips lie in the gluteus minimus, sets them on the table. No plausible deniability, no plausible truth to belie. Answer me why. Why did Walt Rostow sign on behalf of the president granting top secret memorandum number 358, granting $12 billion to fund McNamara's electric fence? Why did you ever consider it reasonable to give Nazis American citizenship, such that later when we asked some of these Nazi contacts to be good little Nazis and leave, they had their citizenship and it would not be revoked, so they instead had to be relocated in America? Why was a CDTC Combat Development and Testing Center opened up outside of Bangkok, Thailand, without notifying the Congressional Appropriations Committee nor the Department of Defense? Why was Rick ever brought over here, given the horrendous nature of his crimes? Why did you ever think it okay to give Otto Ambros back what was left of those 1 million Reichsmarks that the asshole gave him for the invention of synthetic rubber? Take out all the paper clips and answer your people. Set it all on the table. How are we to trust a government who has a way of lying to its own people, even to such an extent as to do it 100 years almost after World War II? To sit here still denying this information, still saying it was women who got us into space, not Nazi men. If trust is essential in government and the people are the government, then it means the government has much more to have to answer for than the people ever will. And if you do not give us good answers, we'll pull a CIA. May as well have burned the Constitution with these lies. The people shall interrogate the government, 'cause government ties is why the government lies. Some are more wise than these lies I so despise. The American people will have their way. Grind up some paper clips to your great dismay. Stick it up your rear end. Let nutrient sins starve your mouth till it speak greater than lies. Unless you tell us what really went on then, tell us not that records be lost and a finder's fee for the people to accost for never finding plausible unfindability represents lack of government accountability. Plausible unfindability represents lack of government responsibility. We don't burn flags. Not anymore. Now we put red paper clips. We sail it right out our door. No need to burn flags. Not anymore. Unless it's upside down. And I got a paperclip flag. I burn their upside down flag. I fly the paperclip flag high. Nazi American lies fluttering in the wind I utterly despise. Let the flag and paperclip unify to an alert and aware citizenry. Take the feet off the headless monster after almost 100 years, Nazism refusing to lie dead. We do not burn flags anymore. We put paper clips on them, then we fly them high, like von Braun rockets to the sky, to the moon and back with these lies. I so despise that married Nazi and capitalist enterprise and fascist devise. We're gonna fly that flag high till we have answers aside of lies. Eisenhowerism won't just die. Get high, get up, get off, get lost. Impregnated my anima with the artistic baby, cream pie in a cake, cream puff exhale into her muff. Get high, get up, between her thighs, get off, deep inside, get lost. After sex tripped bondage voyage, ride the skiing tide. Must accost the orgies of the unknown, spent beyond a loss, to fiscal frisk tosk. Get hard, blow her job, get found. Boners that bone, pounders that pound, bangers that bang. Cunt whistles and PP7 penis pistols. Vages of her onerous autonomy that slump. The cerebral decayed. Conundrum sisters, bullshit pissers, moaning whispers. Sex pigs might come, attest to an arrest on the SS Moan Express. Get up, get off, get lost. My anima is giving birth. In hard suffering and tragedy, the baby of my art stands, despite the depravity. Fucked myself psychologically, pieces and parts interlapping, harmoniously giving it to me. Fuck myself, self-pornography, cock calligraphy, perverse polyamority. After I'm done with me, I'll do you psychologically. How's that, baby? Respectful distance between the similarly abused, obtuse, the prolonged cruelty our lives they use. Hard to know a friend when trust is broken. Bridges could repair, but the climate change takes it out. A true friend must overly prove beyond words or actions, must weave the pattern that stands the test of lies acted as truths, let alone words spoken aside of sooth. It seems the internet groupies assemble in an ensemble of instrumental cat whistle moans can begin the music I've waited to have here be known like music to our fears' ears, pressed to moist lips clear to speak on what is heard from between our thighs as a shell from the sea. Don't need to wear that worse than death day suit. Doesn't suit you, babe. That's for the patriarchs, depraved. The proof is not in the pudding. It's in the muddying pattern. Strange lovers of digitality, I never seem to meet psychologically. Are you as tired of dreaming another's dream to the point of screams as am I? Scene after scene, screen after screen, televised two-dimensional squares as people aren't the people for me. Find me in some hidden dream to maybe awake to see me in this lie needing an F that I am hard-pressed to interject, to have a life allowed to make the formerly abused, the currently enthused, the never again used. little girl, take you for a whirl. You're out of this world. In a vision I see, she's geriatric 18, 81 and such a beauty. Yeah, she's 81, got a heart with pots. Her soul got a soul, some pair of shoes she forgot to wore. Believe me, she'll use both. Yeah, she's 81. Lines now formed her face and hands, lines from ups, now she's quite down. She's a girl and she's a grandma. Yeah, she's 81. Can't remember what she wants. She'll go sprinting in outer space. Has to get out of this nursing home place. 'Cause she's 81, geriatric 18. Bent over cougar, hidden little girl, you're out of this world. Ages in a sex and seconds in an age, quantum memory foam, 18 to 81, numbers backwards as back ends, held in a mirror, reversed, clear. Take a look into the looking ass. Wolf style, 'cause doggy style won't do. How I give it to you, little girl, out of this world. Cop of Phil without police. Teeny blogger, bopper, fapper, Copernicus, Miss Naughty Tis. The moon which cats would roar, doggy style stains implore. Little girl, take you for a whirl. Big cougar hurl out the corner of your thigh. Wildness lies like a boulder fallen off your shoulder. Gargantuan to her tiny enterprise, tiny men surprised. Surmise. Blindness of lies, apocalypse of big money paradise between her moist thighs. Big scissor sister and littler daughter lies, nursed by patriarch lies, ready to pounce. Momentless, devised, she was wearing light pink and blue jeans with her ass cheek jutting out the tattered seams, shaking it as she walked it. Sprung me into a hard-on. Want to stick it in her thing to make this human honey that apes sting, wild and free. I went to the other side, but now I can't come back. I broke on through, kept the attack. Other side has become known, but I'm bound here as home. It's the side I'm on, never another, ever a warrior. From the other side, bound to the tide of Neptune crash, to the earth's side, trident, strident. Crater dent sent, water is life cratered. Now underwater land, drowned from the crown of ornaments of lies, crows of the underwater feast. Dolphins sonar your defeat, water is life, you left replete. You extinct, bound to gaze to this mirror, shackled to the other side, unable to speak clear. This is now the side I'm from. What used to be my side is the other side now. I hold the memories near, seems more like a void unclear. Would love me to believe, want me to be deceived. The other side is this side. This side is no other. None other than the bondage must break on through back to the side I came from. Break back to the square side with the circle breaking lies. I love me to believe I won't be deceived. Break back to the square side, the circle breaking lies. I want to hear the scream of the margarine fly. Bend over the end's back door. Give it a fuck so hard. It's worse than the end, for the end that bends over and takes it up the donkey. Bend over, let me have my way, an orgasm worse than death. For the patriarch's mess, Give you better than bliss, better than life, to their worse than dead, bent over. Gluteus Maximus, I worship at the altar of fat ass. Show me the beaut of your rear ends. Let me free from Victorian amens. Show me the flesh to spirit, with the stinger to your watering hole. Need groupie lovers for hoes to till the land of hot babes. Land laid naked bare, can't help but stare at the flesh valleys. Mount you upon the mountain of your bosom. Cock and heart to render white art upon begging cougars and little girls. Let nakedness unfurl. No party like a rock and roll star without fame. Incognito libido, give pleasure to hoes. Urinate you with my hose. Putting the art into my part. Arty fuck romp. Creativity to make baby. Art is my child. We gonna make it. I know how to drive you wild. On domesticate the domesticated. With my rebel faded fun. We get it more than done. Virgins carry my heavy loads. As toads bang bang white stain in a tan hairy stack. Blood of my heart with the white of my cock. I even drive wildness wild. As I extinct domestication, we orgy at the plantation for the end of this slavery. Need more babery. Backdoor milkman is blue. Needs the white be blue. With all the love to sex tonight, you all looking so tight in the crowd tonight. I want to treat you all right, all night. All right? Homeless queen of garbage finds a home in wrappers and trash. One person's garbage is another's home. She bends to dig the trash. Makes me want to pick my bone inside. Drop off a load for her bin. Deep within her wet desire, she's a dumpster diver. Not the least a dumpster fucker, a fetish for sex and garbage. Victorian sensibility'd have me ashamed to find the garbage queen sexy. Instead, she's giving it to me. In the dark, we close the lid of the bin, an orgy in black, bathing in trash. A treasure of orgy for the homeless, found at homes in a dumpster. I fill her full down below, impregnate with the princess of the trash. No home to bask when the world's trashed. We'll fuck till the last, an empire of plastic dirt in this garbage sea. Give it to me, baby. Burnt red paper clips and ashes is all that's left. Oh, so tragic, enigmatic, a reprimandment of the already dead. Survived to live due to plausible deniability. Holding hostage history to a later release and reprieve. When the eve of broken glass is long since past, America's reflection we see, stained glass tainted by a flood of blood. Nazi citizens forever on the list held by the Statue of Liberty was nothing to statutes of stupidity and all ignominy. Burnt red paper clips and ashes, all that's left. Oh, so tragic, the magic of the Native American dream, laugh comedic. The bacon getters have gotten theirs. Us boar getters have the horns of plenty to bear. We thought woman of human extinct to all humanity. We wallowed in the depravity, the insanity, the death of the mother of all men. How could it have ever been? A species not extinct, but femininity derelict. Female, a dinosaur gone from craters of men. Reasoned cruel patriarchs, no meteor need amend this death of women. But underground cities of femininity thrive, away from prying, life-denying patriarchal eyes. The woman of the great down below, the woman of hell. She's known in tall tale whispers that rumor is spoken of an unclassified page, hid away from slaves that wage a secret war of femininity despite attempted extinction, adaptability, survivability, a womanly military. To engineer patriarch's end, a womanly military. To engineer patriarch's end. The final fight of motherhood to the fathers of gender annihilation, underground multiplication. To make men say a women again and never say amen ever again. You gotta destroy me a built man, unbuild these built women. Topple timber comes patriarch tower. From the woman flower power, hippies of the darkness bloom from the full Monty moon. You built me a man, I can wrecking ball it down from the runes as a womb. To birth the women, to end all patriarchy. You gotta transform me a woman, can't build me a woman. She hides underground beneath the runes of ground masculinity zero, plotting the demise of ungentlemen gems, deep in secret womb of earth. The sexiest women build an androgyne AI. Back doors implored, asking in wetness for a man to give a whore, where she wants it some more. Score whiteness to bore children, a patriarchy end in store. Make love to you, underground screw, patriarch blues. Can't build me these women, they'll build the end of men, inseminate down below. You gotta build me the end of building, the end of patriarchy I'm needing. Hammer time between your thighs, scythe to farm the womanly valleys, harvester of patriarchy season's end. Give me some head, till the white is led onto your face beyond the hapless race. You away from patriarch stealing, orgiastic entreaty ever willing, no woman extincting. Lost